Hi, I'm Jacques Pépin and I'm cooking at home. I want to show you how to make properly hard-cooked eggs and of mollet, that is a softer one. The first thing that you do in the round part of the egg, you make a little hole because there is the air chamber that relieves the pressure. Very often you put that in boiling water, the egg will crack. That will relieve the pressure. So that you can see it, I'm going to stop the boiling here and show it to you. You will see that when I put that in there, the pressure will be released because of that. So here we go. Here, you can see it going down. And the second one here, again. Now I'm putting the heat back on. I don't really want it to boil very strongly. Very, very gentle boil. If it boils too fast, it toughens the albumin, the egg white will be tough. We're going to put that on 10 minutes for the large eggs, 10 minutes, and 7 minutes for the egg mollet. When you put the eggs into the boiling water, the sulfur in the eggs, you know what the smell of rotten eggs, it gets away from the heat. It goes toward the center of the eggs. And there is a reaction with the yolk, the iron in the yolk, and it creates that blue tinge that you have around your yolk and that strong smell of sulfur. So what we'll have to do, as soon as the egg is cooked, we take it out, put it into ice cold water. Then the sulfur fills the coal, cross the egg white, and dissipate in the water. So you have an egg without any of that green tinge around the yolk, and very nice and tender. Okay, I remove this one at 7 minutes, this one 10 minutes. Ice cold water, I let it cool in there. And now for the poached eggs, you do in water with a little bit of vinegar on top. The vinegar, of course, prevents the egg white from spreading out too much. We used to break 10 eggs in a row when I was in the apprenticeship, but if you do 1 or 2 eggs, maybe it's good to break one directly in there and then place it into barely boiling water like this. Okay, so the eggs usually will come a little bit to the surface. You help maybe with a slow-headed spoon like that when it starts going up, and of course it goes between 4, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, depending on how you like your eggs. It's important also for the eggs, you have your eggs cold. Rather, if it's at room temperature, the egg white tend to spread out more. And here, as I said, you can pull it out gently like this, just by running it. That make it move. That's it. Every couple minutes you can lift it up and test it, see the way you like it, usually about 5 minutes. This is the hard-cooked eggs. You want to eat it with a spoon like that. It goes into the ice water. And frankly, the best way of peeling it is under running water. Under the shell, you have a skin. You have to break through that skin, and the running water in the same go under, and it makes it easy. Yeah, the egg is soft now, and then again you would put that into water and ice. That's to cool off your egg and also to wash a bit of the vinegar. In a professional kitchen, you will poach 2 dozen eggs this way. Now usually your poached egg, you trim some of the hanging white like this. You look at it, there is one side. Well, look a bit better than the other side. That's how you present it, either this way or this way. And then you keep them in cold water. When someone has an order, you grab that egg, lower it into hot water for 20, 30 seconds and serve it. This is our egg mollet, which basically is another way of doing a poached eggs. I very often do it this way rather than this, same texture. And this is the hard-cooked eggs that I have here. You can see that the hard-cooked eggs, I will cut right through, and the yolk will be absolutely beautiful. No green tinge around the yolk, no smell of sulfur. For me, going to a restaurant and having a perfectly cooked, hard-cooked egg is an indication of knowledge in the kitchen. This is the egg mollet, very soft, which is about 7 minutes, 6.5, 7 minutes, and as you can see, it's basically like a poached egg. Sometimes easier to do than the poached eggs. And then finally the poached eggs here, again, the texture will be about the same here. Poached eggs, of mollet, and hard-cooked eggs. There is another egg that I've done here, cooked at low temperature. Usually people do it when you cook sous vide with a circulator or an agitator where the water is mixed. It's cooked at 150 degrees, much lower than the 212, which is boiling water. And it's cooked I cook this one for 1 hour. And as you see, it comes out, you don't shell it, it comes out this way. The texture of the yolk is almost like the same texture of the yolk and the white together. Different texture, quite moist, and a different texture than those. So there are 4 different ways of cooking your egg. I love to do that with the kid. I have 2 eggs here. Which one is hard cooked? This one is raw. One is raw, one is hard cooked. And what you do, you spin the eggs, like this one here. Basically doesn't spin. This is the raw egg. This one here, it goes so much that it stands up like this, because it's totally solid. So the kid loves to do that. So whoop, again, here is the hard-cooked eggs, and here is the raw eggs. And the more it cooked, if it's halfway cooked, it will spin more, and more, eventually standing up like this. Happy cooking.